Maybe you're like me and you've spent your whole life praying just the opposite of that song. You spent your whole life saying, God, stop the chaos. Stop the madness. Make things easy. Make my life comfortable. And then maybe like me, one day you started looking through your photos. Started looking through your phone rolls, your Instagram feed, your photo albums. Kids, they used to have these things called photo albums where you actually had these real pictures. And have you ever looked through a photo album? At least I started looking through mine and I realized, man, something's missing. There's all these happy, shiny moments. We're all smiling and giving thumbs up. But it's missing the pain. I call it the pain between the pictures. The pictures we don't want anyone to see. And we sure as heck aren't going to put them in an album. You know what's funny? Maybe you realize what I've realized. When you look back, those moments, the pain between the pictures, that's the time that God was actually doing something inside you. And it's funny because even though I know that, I still go, when hard times come, I'm like, God, no, I got it this time. I got this lesson. You don't need to bring any more trials my way, man, okay? Fist bump. Jesus, you're my homeboy. All right, let's clear this up. But every time I start praying that, you know what God started saying to me? He's like, Mike, it's not your circumstances that need to change, it's you. Because don't you know that this world is passing away anyway? Don't you know that you're a stranger here? And you should be looking forward to a better country. A city whose light, whose builder, whose foundation is Jesus. Man, quit playing Smeagol. Quit malprocess. These things are passing away, man. Let them go. It's funny because the pain, that's actually what led me to even be on the stage. You know that? You want to know how I started playing guitar? When I was a senior in high school, I'd never played guitar in my life. And I was riding to school one day with my buddy. And he caught the edge of the road and overcorrected, and he sent me flying out of the flipping vehicle at 50 miles an hour. I went Peter Pan style, guys. And I hit the pavement so hard, the doctors told my parents that night that it had broken my back in 2 places, and it broke my head. I had 96 stitches keeping my ear on, which is awesome. Can you guys see these scars? See that scar right there? Can you see this one right here? Can you see? I've got scars all through here. That's why I keep my hair long, so get off my back, church lady. But they rolled me into intensive care, and they basically told my parents, look, we don't know if he's going to make it through the night. And I made it through the night. And then they told my parents the next day, yeah, he made it through the night, but we don't think he's ever going to walk again. And then I walked again. And they're like, all right, yeah, he walked, but he ain't never going to make a full recovery. And then I made a full recovery. And the doctors were like, well, I guess God's got different plans for this guy. We don't know what's going on. Although my sisters do still insist that I have brain damage, which guilty as charged. But you know, the couple weeks that followed that, I had to lay on my back, all alone, waiting for these 5th and 8th thoracic vertebrae to heal and mend themselves back together. And it could have been so easy for me, guys, in that moment, at that time, it could have been so easy to just put my fist up to God and go, are you kidding me? I start loving you, I start serving you. The summer before I actually started following God, like for real. I actually started enjoying Jesus. I started realizing, man, this girlfriend I had in my life was no good for me and for her, and so we broke up, and I was like, man, I started a Bible study. I'm like, man, I am the Jesus man, dude. I am your homeboy. You know you owe me, God, and this is how you repay me? Some loving God you turned out to be. I didn't say that, though. By God's grace, you know what I did say? I'm on drugs! Yo, they had me on so many pain meds, like Puff the Magic Dragon was my nurse, you know what I'm saying? I was like, but you know, the pain meds wore off. I finally started seeing clear again. But I was still alone in my room with nothing to keep me company but my thoughts. And that was when, for the first time, I said to my parents, hey, you guys, I'm really bored. Could I get a guitar or something? Never in a million years knowing that that broken back would lead me to the boredom, that would ask for the guitar, that would cause me to get my little chubby fingers to learn the chords, that would teach me to learn the songs, that would inspire me to start writing about the gospel of Jesus so that I could come and sing it to you 12 years later. He works all things together for good for those who love God and who've been called according to his purpose. And I know some of you believe that. That's like a rock through the hard times. But some of you, that's like salt in your wounds. Because you don't have a happy ending. And you say, Mike, that's great and good for you. Look where it led you. You get to sing about Jesus. You got a band because of it. Of course you can understand how God loves you. But I didn't have an ending like that. If you're there, if you're in the midnight hour of your soul tonight, don't look at my story. I want you to look back on that Friday we just celebrated last week. That Friday 2,000 years ago, what do we call it? We call it Good Friday, but my friends, Good Friday was the worst Friday until Sunday. And so you may be in the night and you may have given up hope. My friends, hold on just a little longer, because you never know when the Easter sun is rising. It's rising.